Major new celebrity feud. We gotta talk about this, but before we get into this, hello, my name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So if you're looking for a new bestie best friend, you have found me. You guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new, the whole vibe is like we're on a FaceTime call and we're just hanging out. So if you are looking for a very fabulous and cute community where we are actually really nice, we just love the gossip and the cheesemate girl, make sure to hit that subscribe button. You guys, we gotta talk. By the way, girl, this is your friendly reminder to drink some water because you guys, I see some of your comments saying thank you for reminding me to drink water. I haven't drank water all day, honey. Put the Sprite down. Put the orange juices down. No juice, no soda. Drink some water, girl, okay? I have to fill it up. All right, best friends. So listen, this feud has gone viral. I mean, it has gone viral. It literally has gone viral because we are talking about Miss Taylor Swift, okay? Now, Taylor Swift, you know, she had the squad and she had the girl squad. She was all up in the, her song should be like, I have friends. I definitely have friends. Friends, friendly friends. Time to meet my friends. I'm Selena, Ed Sheeran, Gigi Hadid, like so many people in her squad, honey. And I'll tell you this, I'm like, damn, bitch, how do you do it to maintain so many damn friends, girl? Like, you know, because like, I feel like the older you get, like, I don't know if you guys like go through this, but like, I feel like the older you get, the harder it is to keep friends, right? Oh, by the way, I have a new friend, Jeffrey, my pimple. Hey, girl. Yes, honey, Jeffrey is here. First row, he paid meet and greet tickets, girl. Well, listen, there is a new alleged drama between Taylor Swift and, yes, girl, Ed Sheeran. Doesn't Ed Sheeran just remind you of like a sexy leprechaun? Listen, there's nothing wrong with the damn leprechaun, bitch, okay? You know, I was just in Ireland. Girl, tell me why. I asked the concierge at the hotel, not the concierge, what is what is it, the receptionist. And I was like, you know, there's a lot of things about, you know, Ireland that you hear outside. And he goes, there are no leprechauns, there are no this. And I'm like, oh, girl, thank God I didn't ask. I'm like, no, I wasn't gonna ask that. I was gonna ask something else. Bitch, I was about to ask all the myths, okay? But anyways, so listen, did I tell you the time that one time I had a dream that Ed Sheeran slapped me with a pizza? True. Anyways, so it says here that Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran are no longer friends. Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran's longtime friendship is strained after the release of their respective albums Play and The Life of a Showgirl. Despite once dubbing him a second brother, Swift reportedly didn't let Sheeran know she will be releasing her 12th album just 3 weeks after his. 3 weeks, girl. The Perfect Singer released his 8th album on September 12th, while Taylor released it on October 3rd. A music industry insider reveals that Ed takes these things really seriously and carefully plans his album releases. He announced his album with 4 months' notice, but then Taylor announced hers for just 2 weeks after. As a consequence, it left his team scrabbling to get as much attention before hers dropped. The insider alleged that he was very much put out and understandably peeved. It's not the first time that Taylor has done something like this. She's got form. Although Sheeran's album initially debuted at #1 on the charts during the week of its release, it quickly fell out the top 10 when Swift's record came out. You know what? Let me just tell you something, Ed Sheeran, honey, okay? I don't know if this is true, so take this with a grain of salt. First of all, I gotta see how much he sold the first week sales. Let's just see how much he sold, because I'm very, okay. Okay, so he sold 450,000 copies in the U.S. Oh, no, sorry. One second, girl, sorry. And, okay, his most recent album, Play, in 2025, had a career low U.S. first week sales of 71,000 copies its first week. Mind you, his last album in the U.S. that came out in 2017 sold 450,000 copies. So from 450,000 to 71,000. I'm going to be very honest with you guys, okay? It debuted at #1. That's great and everything. But let me just say something. You know, okay, Taylor Swift she's another game. Taylor Swift is another monster. Not monster like literal, but like her career is a monster itself, right? It's huge. Girl, you know damn good and well nobody's gonna ever compete with Miss Taylor Swift. Now, I do think that Taylor was a little bit shady by not telling him, because, you know, she could have been like, listen, I'm gonna release my album at this date, okay? This is the date that my team is forcing me or whatever. No, she doesn't let her team force her. This was her idea when this album was going to be released. People, like a bunch of artists, were literally moving their dates from around the time, because they know Taylor Swift is going to sell, and they know that people are going to just spend all their money on this. So while Taylor, I do think maybe messed up a little bit by not telling him, just a heads up, I do think it's also weird. It's like her coming from like, I know I'm gonna outsell you, so I just want to let you know that you need to move your album. Like, it's like a bring it on thing, you know? It's like, you better bring it. Oh, it's already been berotten. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, girl, it is so. Can you imagine that phone call like, hey Ed, so just letting you know, you might want to move your album because I'm gonna release my album and my album is gonna do better than your album. You know, girl, can you imagine that phone call? Be like, bitch, you know, even though you're right, get the fuck off that fucking high horse of yours. It doesn't make sense however you say it, right? So I feel like it's an awkward conversation to have, but I do think that maybe in passing, like, hey, you know, so we're gonna probably release this that date, and it's 3 weeks after your album. Like, 3 weeks, girl, almost a month. It is not Taylor Swift's fault that you sold 71,000 copies your first week. If your fans loved you and loved your music that you so hard work for, then they should have bought the album. But don't get upset over Taylor Swift that she released it 3 weeks after. I understand if she would have released it on the day of, but you cannot get mad over your low album sales. 3 weeks apart, girl. 3 weeks apart. That's another paycheck, honey. You know, if people are counting on people's paychecks, honey, that's another paycheck, girl. Bi-weekly, girl. Bi-weekly. All right, every 2 weeks you get a paycheck. So they would have had enough for your album and Taylor's album. Maybe people just didn't connect. From 450,000 copies its first week, your last album, to 71,000 copies in almost 10 years. I mean, I'm sorry, girl, but maybe you're the issue here. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, maybe Taylor could have given him a heads up, but she should have given him a heads up if she was going to release it the same day, you know, or a week before or a week after. This is 3 weeks difference. I'm sorry, girl, I'm not buying it. And if this is true, because of course it's all alleged, but if this is true and he is, you know, like strained and saying goodbye to his friendship with Taylor because of this, girl, you have another thing coming. You need a reality check, okay, girl? Anywho, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I love to hear from you guys. And, you know, some people really don't find Ed Sheeran sexy. I sure do, girl. Like, can you imagine, like, I mean, no, actually, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I don't find him sexy. I find him cute. And I don't think I could ever do anything, like, in the bedroom with someone I find cute. You know, I need to find him sexy. Like Bad Bunny. Like, for me, Ed Sheeran just looks so, like a little bear, you know, like a little bear you want to rock, you know, while he sings to you, when your legs don't work as they used to before. You know what I mean? Anywho, love you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah. Bye.